Most people wake up feeling behind before their day even starts. You have a job, responsibilities, maybe a family, and somehow everyone expects you to juggle it all perfectly. You're told to hustle harder, work smarter, and optimize every moment. Yet no matter what you do, time slips away like water through your fingers. You finish the day exhausted, having accomplished nothing that actually mattered to you. Sound familiar? Here's the hard truth. You're not actually short on time. Nobody is. Time isn't something you find hiding in the corners of your schedule like loose change. Time is something you allocate. Every single person on this planet gets exactly 24 hours each day. The billionaire, the student, the parent working 3 jobs, they all get the same amount. So why do some people seem to have time for everything while others feel perpetually buried? The difference isn't magical. It's not about being naturally organized or gifted with superhuman productivity. The real issue is far simpler and far more fixable than you think. Most busy people confuse activity with accomplishment. They think motion equals progress. You respond to emails all day, attend back-to-back meetings, check off boxes on endless to-do lists, and somehow still feel like nothing important got done. That's because you've never defined what actually matters to you. Without clear priorities, every demand on your time feels equally urgent. Your boss needs something. Your friend needs help. Your inbox is screaming. Your social media is calling. Without a filter, you become a pinball bouncing between other people's emergencies. This creates a vicious cycle. You live reactively, responding to whatever is loudest in the moment, rather than proactively protecting time for what matters most. You sacrifice your health, your relationships, your goals, and your sanity on the altar of busyness. And the worst part? You convince yourself this is just what life is, that you're not an organized person, that successful people never rest, that if you just work a little harder, somehow it'll all fit. But that's not true. What if I told you that the busiest, most successful people in the world use a system that actually gives them more free time? Not less. More. What if the key to having time for everything isn't about doing more, but about being intentional about what you do? In this video, you're going to learn exactly how to reclaim 5 to 10 hours every single week. Not someday. Not when things calm down. This week, you'll discover how to audit your time ruthlessly, identify where hours are actually disappearing, and then strategically eliminate the activities that are stealing your life without adding real value. You'll learn how to say no without guilt, how to protect what matters, and how to schedule your week so your priorities come first instead of last. This matters because time is the only resource you can never get back. Money comes and goes. Energy can be recovered. But hours you waste today are gone forever. They don't compound in your favor. Every hour you spend on something that doesn't matter is an hour you didn't spend with someone you love, pursuing a goal that excites you, or resting so you can show up as your best self tomorrow. Over the next few minutes, you're going to learn a 3-part system that works. First, you'll audit and gain awareness of where your time actually goes, not where you think it goes. Second, you'll learn the art of strategic elimination, how to cut activities, not corners. Third, you'll build an intentional schedule that protects what matters and makes your life feel sustainable instead of suffocating. This isn't about becoming a productivity robot. It's about reclaiming your life. Less stress, better work-life balance, more energy for your actual priorities. And yes, more time to rest and enjoy being human. Before we dive in, subscribe to the channel and tell us in the comments where you are watching from. Let's build this together. Now that you understand the reality of your time crisis, it's time to do something radical. Stop guessing where your hours disappear. Stop making assumptions about your productivity. Instead, you're going to track every single minute for 1 week and let the data tell you the truth. This step terrifies most people, but it's the breakthrough moment. Pull out a simple spreadsheet, a notebook, or any app that lets you log activities in 30-minute blocks. Set a timer on your phone, or use your calendar as a tracking tool. Whatever method feels manageable. The tool doesn't matter. Honesty does. Throughout your week, log everything. Your work tasks, yes, but also the coffee break that stretched to 20 minutes. The social media scrolling disguised as research. The time spent thinking about what you should be doing instead of actually doing it. Don't change your behavior yet. Don't optimize or perform for the tracker. Just observe. This is anthropology, not judgment. By the end of 7 days, you'll have raw data that shocks almost everyone. Most people discover they spend 3 to 5 hours weekly on activities they can't even name. Time evaporates in the margins, in the spaces between intentional work. A few extra minutes checking email becomes an hour. Scrolling between tasks becomes a habit that compounds. You see the patterns nobody admits to themselves. Once you have this week of data, categorize everything you tracked. Create 4 buckets. Essential activities are non-negotiable work, health, and family time that genuinely require your presence. Important activities are the goals, growth, and relationships you actually care about, but rarely prioritize. Obligatory commitments are things you've promised to do and can't realistically skip without consequences. Time wasters are everything else. Low-value activities that consume hours but contribute nothing meaningful to your life. Be ruthlessly honest in this categorization. That weekly meeting might feel essential because your boss runs it, but does it actually require your input? That hobby you keep saying you'll get back to, is it important or a fantasy? The lunch with acquaintances, obligatory or time waster? This is where self-deception loves to hide. Now calculate where your time actually goes using percentages. How many hours went to work versus personal life? Of your waking hours, how much went to your top 3 priorities? How much disappeared in the hidden time drains? Commuting, switching between tasks, waiting, transitions. How much sleep are you actually getting? And is poor sleep forcing you to operate less efficiently the following day? This creates a feedback loop where you need more time because you're running on empty. Next, write down your non-negotiables. What activities directly support your most important goals? What keeps you healthy and mentally sane? Which relationships would suffer if you neglected them? Be specific. Don't say family. Say Sunday dinner with my kids, or weekly call with my mother. Don't say health. Say morning walks or gym 3 times weekly. These aren't aspirations. These are the commitments you'll protect, no matter what. Then identify your time-wasting patterns. Most people have 3 to 5 recurring drains they've stopped noticing. Unconscious phone checking throughout the day. Inefficient meetings where nothing gets decided. Perfectionism on tasks that don't deserve it. Saying yes to every request because you haven't learned to say no. Task switching that destroys focus and multiplies the time needed for everything. Once you see them, they become impossible to ignore. Finally, calculate your potential recovery. If you cut just one major time waster by 50%, how many hours would that free up? What if you eliminated 3 inefficiencies completely? Most people can realistically recover 5 to 10 hours weekly without sacrificing anything that actually matters. That's an extra day's worth of time every single week. Awareness is where transformation begins. You can't fix what you don't see, and you can't change what you don't measure. This week of honest tracking will shock you, frustrate you, and ultimately motivate you. Because now you have evidence. Not feelings, not guilt. Numbers. And numbers demand action. Armed with this powerful data about your time, you're now ready for the most transformative part of the system: strategic elimination and intentional scheduling. This is where busy people finally break free from the tyranny of reactive living and take control of their weeks. The art of strategic elimination starts with a fundamental truth. Not all time investments are equal. Some activities compound in value. Others drain your life without adding anything real. Your job is to distinguish between them ruthlessly. For every recurring commitment in your calendar, ask yourself one critical question. Would I add this if I were starting fresh today? If the answer is no, you have permission to let it go. This single question eliminates guilt and replaces it with clarity. You're not being selfish or difficult. You're being honest about what deserves your limited time. Practically speaking, you'll face resistance when declining requests. People expect you to say yes. Your brain expects you to say yes because habit is easier than boundaries. Here's what works. Tell people you need to check your priorities and get back to them. This creates breathing room between impulse and commitment. When you do respond, be direct. Say something like, "I can't do justice to this right now," or "This doesn't align with my current priorities, but I appreciate you thinking of me." No elaborate excuses, no guilt, just clarity. The next framework changes everything. Delegate, defer, or delete. Look at every task that consumes more than 2 hours weekly. Can someone else handle it? That's delegation. Can it wait 6 months without harming anything critical? That's deferral. Does it add zero measurable value to your life or goals? That's deletion. Most people discover they can eliminate or delegate far more than they imagined. Batching similar tasks together multiplies your effectiveness. Instead of checking email constantly throughout the day, designate 3 specific times: 9 in the morning, noon, and 4 in the afternoon. This single change recovers hours by eliminating context switching. Apply the same logic to phone calls, administrative work, and decision-making. Cluster similar activities into focused blocks. Your brain functions better when it stays in one mode rather than constantly switching gears. Protecting your high-value hours is non-negotiable. Identify when you naturally have the most energy and focus. For most people, this is early morning or early afternoon, before mental fatigue sets in. Block these hours first for your most important work. Everything else fills the remaining slots. Treat these blocks like appointments with your boss that you absolutely cannot reschedule. Because in truth, you're the boss of your own life. Build your intentional schedule every Sunday evening. Time block your week in advance. Put your priorities first, your obligations second. Leave buffer time between transitions because rushing from one thing to another creates stress that bleeds into everything. Every Friday, spend 15 minutes reviewing what worked and what didn't. Adjust accordingly. This isn't about perfection. It's about continuous improvement. Common resistance will surface. You might feel guilty not being constantly busy because our culture has confused motion with progress. You might worry that someone will need you if you're not available every moment. You might fear missing opportunities if you're not saying yes to everything. These fears are valid, but they're also false. When you protect time for what matters, you perform better at the things that actually count. You become more effective, not less. Quick wins exist right now. Cancel one recurring meeting this week. Set your email to only refresh at those 3 designated times. Delete one app or unsubscribe from 3 email lists that drain your attention. Block 90 minutes tomorrow for your single most important priority. These small actions compound into genuine freedom. Sustaining this system means treating it like a skill, not a one-time fix. Weekly reviews keep you honest. Quarterly reassessment ensures your schedule still matches your actual priorities, which evolve over time. Track how your recovered hours actually improved your life. Did you sleep more? Exercise? Spend quality time with people you love? That's the metric that matters. The busiest, most successful people use this exact system. They didn't find more time in the day. They made intentional decisions about where their time goes. You can start this week. Not when things calm down. Not when you're less busy. This week. Because the moment you're waiting for never arrives unless you create it deliberately.